Hi friends, welcome to Weigh-In Wednesday and what I eat in a day. If you're interested in that kind of content, stick around. We're getting into it right now. Hey everyone, my name is Manya and I have lost 30 pounds on the WW Purple Plan. And if you heard that number and you thought, I haven't heard her say 30 before, that'll give you a little heads up on my weigh-in this week. If you want to skip right to that, I will have timestamps below in the description box. But if you want to see how I eat on WW to be successful, stick around. I'm going to show you a full day of eating, and then we'll come back. I'll talk about my number on the scale, and I'll tell you why I'm wearing a tank top in the middle of a snow and ice storm here in Texas. All right, let's get into breakfast. Some of you really enjoyed seeing my feral cat Roberta last time, a few weeks ago. Since then, she's had her little leg amputated, which was always the plan, and she's still doing a lot of skulking around corners and staring at me, hoping I'll give her a treat, but she will not let me touch her. Let's see. I'm not as close to her as I seem. Let me back the camera up. Okay, let's see. Berta, honey, that's it. Morning snack time. You can see behind me, I'm editing the pea and potato soup video as well as working here on my other monitor. It's a busy day here in Snowpocalypse in North Texas. I am eating some grapes and non-fat Greek yogurt. That's my morning snack. I'll see you back here for lunchtime. We've been in this snow and ice storm now for, what's today? Feels like a week. I think it's only been 3 days. It's been fairly stressful. I've been okay at my house, knock on wood, but I've been managing a lot of people without power. I work for city government, so we're trying to keep people safe and warm, and it's been a lot. So of course, I've wanted to eat. I've wanted to emotionally eat, and I haven't let myself. I'm going to add a link up above to my willpower video in case you need some help with your willpower. But one of the things that I've been doing a little bit is relaxing on myself around all the greens. Eating greens doesn't come naturally to me, and they take a lot of work to cook. Not a lot of work, but it takes effort to cook them. And so we've been eating greens at dinner, but I've been kind of giving myself a break for lunch. I didn't do a lot of meal prep or food prep over the weekend because of the storm. And so for lunch today, what I have are my 0 Point refried beans, and I'll put a link to that in the description box, cooked russet potato and sweet potato. And then this is a jarred vegan cheese sauce that I have been trying for the first time and really like, and it's 36 grams for 1 point. So this whole lunch is a 1 point meal. And I'll put, if I haven't already, I'll put a picture of the cheese sauce if you're interested, and a link to how you can buy it below. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. So 1 point lunch, and I'll see you for an afternoon snack. Afternoon snack time. Here's what I have for the afternoon. I have 1 apple sliced a brown rice cake. I get these at Sprouts. They are 1 point each and they don't have a lot of fillers, so that's good. And then 1 wedge of Laughing Cow cheese. So altogether, that is a 2-point snack. Okay, here's the plan for dinner tonight. Cooking in the crazy oven air fry thing that I have, but this one is set to bake at 460. I have on the left-hand side cubes of butternut squash. On the right, I have carrots. And in a pan on the stove, I'm going to saute some onions and then asparagus, yellow bell pepper, and some kale. So I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. Here is my plate. The greens with kale, bell pepper, onions, and asparagus. We were pretty low on asparagus, which is why there's barely any in there. Roasted carrots and butternut squash, and just plain old green lentils cooked in veggie broth. And the other member of the family who has yet to agree to be on camera, we have roasted carrots, the same greens mixture, and then we went to a new vegan bakery on the day before Valentine's Day, and this is a vegan, what is it? Pizza roll. Like some vegan pepperoni, and he's gonna eat this for his dinner. And the dogs have already eaten, even though they think they have not. So they are still waiting for more. I'll see you for evening snack. Okay, welcome to evening snack time. Now, I have never shown you this before. The truth is, I eat it every night. And I haven't shared it before with you for a couple of reasons. One is I always make it after I take off all my makeup and clean my face, and so I've been a little hesitant to show that to you, so that's what you get tonight. And the other reason is because I think I'm a little embarrassed by this dessert. It's only 5 points, at least depending on how I make it, it's anywhere from 5 to 7 points. So it's not super point heavy, but it's a little embarrassing because it's like crazy high in the sweetness department. But I thought it was important to show to you because I'm seeing some skepticism about the Purple Plan. Skepticism that it works, that you can really eat potatoes and whole wheat pasta and popcorn and still lose weight. And you all know that you can because you're doing it and you're seeing me do it. And I can eat a pretty decadent dessert that I look forward to all day long, every single day, and still lose weight. So let me show you my popcorn. I don't normally lay everything out like this, but it's easier just to talk through because I do a slight variation every night. So first of all, if you like air pop popcorn, get this or something like it. It's available on Amazon and they're like $10. All you do is put a 1/4 cup in there, put the lid on. My microwave, which is kind of old, takes 2 minutes and 40 seconds and it'll fill up the entire thing. So it's a nice big bowl of popcorn. So then in this bowl is the whole mix, and I will mix this up before I put it on the popcorn. And generally I will use some spray oil to make it stick. And you can choose for yourself how much you feel comfortable putting on there. If it doesn't stick, it'll just fall to the bottom and you can eat it that way. It's delicious. So first I start with some cinnamon and some salt. And then I add 2 teaspoons of white sugar. This is where it gets a little embarrassing. I was doing a tablespoon of sugar and I sort of felt like that was too much. So I'm weaning myself off of that. So I took it down to 2 and then I'll take it down to 1 and then maybe sometime I will not have to add sugar at all. If you don't have the points for sugar, you can use the monk fruit sugar. I just don't think it tastes as good. It's a very different flavor. This is the golden and you can get the regular if you want, but it's still just, the sweetness isn't there for me. And then from there I use a variety of different powdered peanuts. This one is the PB2, it's the PB Fit powder. This is the one that's now available at Costco. It's the first time I bought it. I don't think I'll buy it again. I didn't notice that there was coconut palm sugar in here. The one that you can buy off of Amazon doesn't have that, but this is a big jar. And so as soon as I get through it, I probably won't buy it again. And then, y'all, I just discovered this company called Flavored PB Co. And they have all these flavors, these different flavors on their website. So I ordered a bunch of them. And what I have is the churro, which I love churros. I grew up eating them. And this one to me just sort of smells and tastes like caramel. This one I think is amazing. The chocolate almond bark, and 2 tablespoons is 1 point. This one is 2 tablespoons is 2 points. So I really, really like this. You can see I'm rip-roaring through that one. It has little bits of almonds in it, which is really, really delightful. And then also the salted caramel crunch, which tastes and smells less like caramel than the churro one. But I really like this. And this one is also 2 tablespoons for 2 points, which is actually less than this PB Fit. So there's a lot of powdered peanut butter products out there, and I almost never make these into actual peanut butter. I just use them for this. So what I'm going to do is I will make my popcorn, I will use some oil, and I will get all of this on there, and I will come back and show you the finished product. Ooh. That was my day of eating. I hope you find these things helpful. I'm not always as good at putting points on the screen. I don't do points for all plans. Because Purple is so flexible with all the 0-point foods, I don't always make the effort. If that's something that is important to you, let me know in the comments below and I can do better. I just figure you can look up points yourself. That's by far the easiest thing. What I always need are ideas, and I want to see how other people who have lost weight on WW are eating. And especially because there are so few people on YouTube talking about really healthy eating on WW. I want you to see what a whole, unprocessed diet can look like, and that you really can be successful, especially with those pesky carbs that get such a bad reputation. So you may recall, and I have my phone with me so I can give you the exact numbers, and I'll also pop them up on the screen. But you may recall, if you've been watching my videos, that I gained the last 2 weeks. Last week I gained, I believe, 1.8 pounds. And the week before I gained 0.25. So somewhere in the realm of 2 pounds over the last 2 weeks. I spent a lot of time last week talking about why, because I didn't know why, and I thought maybe it was because I started making my own soy milk, and that has a higher point value, and maybe it's more calorically dense. But at the end of the day, sometimes these things happen. And I hope you take comfort in my gains, because the scale does even out. It really does. So I lost, are you ready for this? This is kind of a crazy number. I lost 4 pounds this week. 4. This week I weighed in at 133.2, which is 4 pounds less than my weigh-in last week of 137.2. However, although that's exciting, I can't deny that's exciting, it's not real, right? I didn't really lose 4 pounds, because last week I don't think I really gained 2 pounds. I think something happened in my body and I hit a plateau. What I want to do is go back to the week before I started gaining. So that would have put me at January 27th. On January 27th, I weighed in at 135.2. And in my Happy Scale app, I was about on track between my recorded weight for that day and the moving average. If you want me to do a whole video on the Happy Scale app, let me know in the comments. I will, but really it's an app I use for daily weigh-ins that give me a moving average over time. So I know what my weight actually is, as opposed to that day I happened to weigh myself on my weigh-in day. So 135.2 on January 27th, and then I started gaining. And I gained for the next 2 weeks. So what I want to measure is the difference between January 27th, which is 135.2, and today, February 17th, which is 133.2. That is a difference of 2 pounds. So in my mind, in my emotional mind that keeps me sane and doesn't let the scale control me, I lost 2 pounds this week. Even though Weight Watchers thinks I lost 4, and that puts me at an even 30 pounds lost. I'll take that. You know what? I'm gonna pop a picture up on the screen right now, a before and after. You may have seen this before, but I think it's worth looking at because I wanna say that when I was 163.2, I felt beautiful. In that picture, I felt really good. I was at a yoga class. My body felt strong and flexible. So there's nothing wrong with the way that I looked before, but I'm also just really, really happy now. It's nice to be able to fit in clothes. This is a medium shirt from Target. I'm gonna do a Target haul for you. I bought a whole bunch of new stuff. It just feels good, and I feel healthier and stronger and just more fit. So that's one thing I love about the WW Purple plan, is that it emphasizes whole unprocessed foods. I have lots of videos, specifically Purple Plan Basics episode 2, where I talk about the difference between green, blue, and purple. And there's no wrong or right plan, it's just the one that fits your lifestyle. But for me, green is just, having more points sounds like a good thing, but for me, all it does is force me towards processed foods, low-fat foods, and I personally do not believe those are healthy. So I'm happy. This was a good, well, let's be honest, it's been kind of a stressful week with all the storms, and I have wanted to emotionally eat this week. I have, and I can't believe it's only Wednesday. It feels like I've lived a whole week already. So I'll end the video here. That was probably enough talking. As always, good luck to you on your journey. Together, we can do this. Like, subscribe, engage with my channel. It's always good to see you here. Until next week, bye.